everyone, welcome to my channel, Cloudy Nook Stitches. My name is Lori, and I'm so excited that you're here to hang out with me for a little bit. If you're new to my channel, a special welcome to you. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. I just love to get to know everybody in the FlossTube community and get to talk cross stitch with each and every one of you. Okay, today I got a few things to share with you. The first thing I would like to share with you is the Jingle Ball. I did attend the Jingle Ball and it was my first time there. I have a couple WIPs that I worked on since the last time I put up a video. I have one finished object and I have one FFO, and I'm real excited to show you the FFO. I think it was about a week ago, I heard on the FlossTube community, I learned all about the WIPGO. So if any of you are doing WIPGO, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you about it. This will be my first year doing it. I am a new cross stitcher. I don't have a lot of projects, so they were telling me when I went over to the WIPGO Facebook group that you could enter. Basically, it's your board, your rules, you could fill it out. They kind of give you guidelines of how to go about doing it. And so I was reading through the comments and they're saying, well, if you don't have a lot of WIPs, you know, you could put that WIP down more than once. So that's what I did. So I'm going to be sharing my WIPGO board with you. And then the last thing I'll share with you is my 2025 plans. I was excited to work up my plans. I was watching other FlossTubers about their plans, kind of give me an idea of what's out there and what everyone else is planning. So I'm definitely new to FlossTube, so I'm learning all the lingo and all the fun stitch-alongs and all the different activities that goes on from year to year. All right, let's talk about the Jingle Ball. That was my first time attending. I went on every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, I went in and I looked at the shopping booths that they had because I definitely wanted to buy at least one pattern. So I know that in the future, I know that I purchased that pattern at the Jingle Ball. And then on Saturday, I listened to all the meet and greets with the designers, and I found that very fascinating to get their backstories, how they started to cross stitch and where they got their inspiration designing their projects. And then on Sunday, I went to the class with Tiny Monterus. I did my pre-stitching for the gingerbread house. So let me show that to you. That is my FFO for this episode, and it's right back here. So there it is. I had so much fun making it, but I had a little drama early on. I have been learning to take your thread and lay it on your fabric to make sure the colors will pop. And the first fabric I used for this was a really like off-white color, and I couldn't see the white that was in the pattern. So I had to start all over, and here I am trying to get my pre-stitching done because my goal was to have it finished for the class so I could have my FFO the day of the class, which I did, but I had to make some changes to get this done. So I guess in a sense, I might have cheated a little bit by not putting everything on the pattern. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys do that to reach your goals, but anyway, so let me show it to you. Now, what I did is I went in and I used a darker fabric, but still it was not dark enough to show the white thread that was in the pattern. All this brown right here and the inside of the window and the door were supposed to be dark, but I changed it up. I put white here. I put white in the windows and on the door. And then I did the darker brown for everything else. So I did switch that up a little bit by swapping those colors. And I'm happy. It worked out good. It did turn out really cute. And I like how it looks. And then on the sides, they were supposed to, I think, all the little gumdrops, I think they were supposed to have been backstitch. So I was trying to save time, so I didn't do any backstitching. I did do the backstitch around the gingerbread man because he was just so cute. And then on the back, I was on time crunch when I was working on the back, which was the last piece I worked on. I thought, okay, this is going to be the back of the house when I have it sitting out to be displayed. You're not going to see the back too much. So I went ahead and I left off the windows. And then instead of doing the circular window up here, I just did a small rectangle window. And then here's the other side. And then the day that I was taking the class, I bought the white felt to make the roof. And I put the white felt on, but I don't know, it just didn't look right. I don't think I got it on. It was kind of really bulky underneath because I don't think I got it on there correctly. So I took that off and I thought, okay, I'll look at my fabric stash. And I went ahead and I just got the dark brown fabric for the roof. And then I had to decorate it. So I glued on some lace trim all the way around. And then years ago, I was collecting, I think the company is called Just Another Button Shop. I think that's what it was called. And they're little pins. So I just stuck the pins in and I thought it turned out so cute. I am so excited. Yeah, my first little 3D dimensional cross stitch project right there. Now, the pattern that I bought in the boutiques that they had there on the Jingle Ball, I got a pattern designed by Janine McGowan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If not, please forgive me. And I purchased the winter quail. So I'll put a picture of it right up here. And I'm planning on working on this project in my 2025 plans that I'll be sharing with you later in the video. And the reason, every time, most of my projects, when I pick one out, I usually have a reason why I like it or a story. So I'll tell you a quick little story. So the winter quail. My husband and I, in a couple of years, are going to be retiring in my parents' home that we purchased after they passed away a few years ago. So I was visiting there last month, and so it's in Lake Havasu, Arizona. So it's in the middle of the desert, but fortunately there's a lake there to help keep you cool. So I bought some bird seed, and so every morning I was going out and putting bird seed on a plate. I had a little bowl to put in water for the birds, and I wanted the quail to come because you see them all running around, and I think it was my son that told me it's called a covey. I think it's a covey when you see a bunch of quail running together. And so the first time I had birds come to eat from the bird seed, they were doves, so not the quail. The quail didn't come first, so I was kind of bummed about that. But then eventually they started coming to eat the seed, and so I would put new seed out like at least twice a day, and I tell you, they would eat all the seed. All the seed was gone. I had to fill it back up. And a couple times when I look out there, I had like 25 birds all trying to eat the seed. It was just a crack up. And then my cats and my dog are looking out the window, and it was like we were all watching the bird show. So that's the reason why I picked the winter quail. And then the other pattern that I got on the Jingle Ball was I did download the free ornament, and I'm planning on making that in the following year too. So overall, I had a great experience for my very first Jingle Ball. I didn't go into the speed dating. I wanted to, but I think I chickened out at the last minute. So I'll definitely do Jingle Ball next year, and I promise you I will go in and do the speed dating to share one of my whips. Okay, now it's time for me to share with you my finished object that I have, and here it is. It is for the month of November from the year celebration pattern, which you make individual projects for each month. And the designer is Hands On Design. So I have to admit, I didn't get this done in November, which was my goal. I finished it today on December 16th because I had to get it done to show you guys. Now, I did make one little boo-boo. The border going around the word bless was supposed to be the color of the acorns and that rust color, but I just didn't read the pattern correctly. So I went ahead and put it in the dark brown. And then at that point I thought, it looks okay. It would have looked better with rust, but I didn't want to rip it out. So this one turned out really cute. And then later in the episode, I'll tell you my plan to finish the other months for this project. Okay, let's go right into the whips that I worked on within the last 2 weeks since the last time I put up a video. The first one is called Sheep and Christmas Tree, and it was designed by White Rose Snow Gardens. So this is how far I got on it. And I remember the last time I shared this, I was telling you guys I wanted to start the tree. So I did finally get that tree started. So, and there's a lot of stitches in that tree. And up on top here will be the sheep. So, and I was sharing last time, again, I'm with the lighter fabric with the white sheep. I don't think it's going to really stand out. So I haven't decided if I'm going to still put it as a white sheep and outline it, or maybe do like a light brown sheep. So we'll see what I end up doing. So this one was, I'm having fun working on this one. And it's a small little project, but boy, does it have a lot of stitches. You know, all the presents, a lot of filling in. Now this next WIP, it was a mystery stitch along that I joined, and it was done by Luminous Fiber Arts, and it was called the Frosty's Cozy Christmas. And it had three clues that came out. One in November and then 2 in December. So this is how far I've gotten on it. And the hashtag on this was, I think the hashtag was Frosty's Cozy Sal. I think that's what the hashtag was. So I got clue 1 done, and I'm still working on clue 2. I did open up to see what clue 3 looked like, to see what the finished guy looks like. So, but I just love that face. It's just a cute face. And then, of course, I had to go on Etsy and find a needle minder with a snowman. So that's right there. Sorry for the glare. I don't know if you could see that. So that was the other WIP that I worked on. Now this next WIP, I was inspired to start this off because I heard about a Sal over on the FlossTube channel, Homemade on the Ridge. So she really inspired me to join in on her Sal. And I really enjoy watching her FlossTube. So if you haven't watched her episodes before, definitely go over there, Homemade on the Ridge. So the design that I picked was a Santa, and there he is. And he was designed by Cross and Pattern Boutique. And when you bought this ornament, it came with, I think, a set of 12 different ornaments. So I'm planning on one day, hopefully, making all the ornaments. Oh, I forgot to mention on the other projects about the fabric. So this is done on 14 count Aida. And right now I'm working on the very bottom of them. This is like his little belt right there, and then the bottom of his jacket. And then I'll be building his legs too. Now to finish him, I've been looking on the FlossTube community about how to finish these cross stitch pieces. And I came across a tutorial on how to do a stand-up. So when I finish him off, I will talk more about the tutorial and share that link with you when I get to that next step. Now, my plan was I was working on Santa, I was working on Frosty, and then the sheep and the tree. And I'm like, gosh, I want to get one of these smalls done for Christmas. I want to be able to finish it and add it to my Christmas decorations. So I took a look at those 3, and the one that was probably the closest one being done was Santa. So I put the other 2 down, and I'm planning on picking them back up. I think I'm going to do Christmas in July and work on my Christmas projects again in July. So this guy, I have about 500 stitches left. So I will have him done before Christmas. And right when he gets done, I'm going to turn him into an FFO. So I'm going to make him be a little stand-up ornament guy. So I'm just so excited to see him when he's all done. Now, the last WIP that I worked on within the last 2 weeks was the Christmas Countdown, and the author of this pattern is Donna Wolf. Now, in FlossTube number 3, I was sharing with you guys how I couldn't see the snow because the fabric I used was too light, and that being a new cross stitcher, I'm learning how to audition my threads with the fabric to make sure that all the thread colors are going to stand out on the color of the fabric. So I went ahead and I did a restart. So this one is going in the trash. So I'll throw him away. And now let me show you the new one. So here is my new Christmas countdown. I'm so excited. Look at, you can see the snow and the white ice skates. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh gosh, I had to redo this one and do a restart. So I am just so happy now. I purchased this fabric. The other one that's in the trash was a 16 count. So I did find this fabric. I got it on 123 Stitch website. And I went ahead and did a 14 count Ada. And the color of it is dirty. So I am excited. I mean, look at, there's snow. You can see the snowflakes. So yeah, I'm really happy. So I'm definitely learning to have a variety of different colors of fabric in my stash. Okay, it's time to talk about WIPGO. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever done WIPGO? I would love to know, and I would love to know what your experience was. How, if you were successful and actually finished one of your WIPs that year because you were inspired by the WIPGO board. So I signed up. I'm part of their Facebook group, and I'm ready for 2025. So I'm going to show you my WIPGO board that I filled out. And on here, I have 9 different projects that I'll be working on more than just one time on the board. Most of them will be, I'll work on it for 8 days, and a couple of them I'll just work for like, couple of them are the calendars that I'm doing from January to December, and I'm trying to get them kind of caught up because my plan for those were to do every month when I started them back in October. But with all my new projects and new starts, I'm not going to be able to work on those on a monthly basis, month after month. So I thought I'd add them into my WIPGO board. So let me give you a look at the projects that are going to be part of my WIPGO. Now, these are the projects that I shared with you in my WIP parade. So I'll just give you a quick look at them again. And if you want to get more information about them, you could always go check out my WIP parade episode. And that was episode number 2. So the first one here is called Camping Forest. And you can see the back end of a trailer. And this was designed by Stitch Vibes Emporium. So he's going to go on my WIPGO board. The next one is Folk Art Hummingbird. And this was designed by Sydney Lee Stitchery. So this part right here is the part of the hummingbird, and I'm stitching this one in remembrance of my mom. My mom's birthday is November 11th. The next one on my WIPGO will be the house season of the year, and it was designed by White Rose Snow Garden. And I went ahead and already have October and November done. So on my WIPGO board, I think I put down that I'm going to be working on 1 month. And I think I put it down 5 different times on the board. Now this next project, I'm making I'm kind of taking 3 patterns and designing my own project. So I already finished the cloud, and that was designed by Minnie Lynn Creates. And then I got the alphabet from Print and Decor, and I found these patterns on Etsy. And then the little vintage cross stitch motifs on here, I got that from the Pattern Granny. So I'm really hoping to get this one done. So, and then after I get on my other motifs on this one, I'm gonna have to find a kind of a cute border to put on it. The next one is called Desert Landscape 2, and it was designed by Light Unicorn Designs. And this is the desert scene. You really can't see anything right now. I think I might be working on a tree right here. So that's definitely going on my board. And I have that one down for work on it for 8 days when it gets called. The next one is called the Vintage Sewing Room, and it was designed by All About X Stitch. And it's going to be like a sampler with all these cute little motifs on there. And this was the first cross stitch I started up again. I mentioned in my introduction that I started cross stitching after taking years off because I injured my left wrist and I wasn't able to knit or crochet for a while because I was waiting for it to heal up. I think I torn a tendon or a ligament or something like that. So when I thought, okay, cross stitch, and my left hand just doesn't have to do much when I'm cross stitching. I'm right-handed, so I'm pretty much using my right hand most of the time. Now the next project is called the Great White Shark. So there's my beginning of my shark, and I had to get that needle minder of a shark. And it was designed by Happy Little Mouse. So this is very challenging for me because it's on black fabric. So when I do work on this one, I only work on it in small chunks of time. And the last one I put on my board, I mentioned to you earlier, a year of celebration, which was designed by Hands-On Design, and that's going on my board. And I think I have it on there 5 times to try to finish up those monthly ones. Okay, now let me share with you what my tentative 2025 plans are. So right off, I've been hearing on some other channels, they're doing a 25 in 2025. So when I heard that, I'm like, okay, I think I'll take that challenge. How many whips do I have right now? Maybe like, I don't know, 12 to 14, I think. But I thought, you know what? I have some purchase patterns already, in my stash, and I thought, okay, I'm going to challenge myself. In 2025, I'm going to do 25 new starts. So that's my first goal. And my next one is to work on the WIPGO. And I've also heard through the community about Friday Focus. And if I understand it correctly, you take a project and you work on that project every Friday until you finish it. And I really like that concept because you could get one of your older WIPs done. So I'm going to do that. And then when I first started cross stitching, I made, hold on, let me grab them. When I first got on FlossTube, I saw everybody making these cute little pillows. So I told myself I would like to make a cute little pillow to symbolize each month of the year. So this one is for October. And this one is for November. So, and I shared more about these, I think it was in my introduction FlossTube channel. So I want to make, for 2025, I want to, if I at least start a small pillow pattern for all the other months that I haven't done yet. My other goal is I would like to do some birthday starts. My youngest daughter, her birthday's in January. My birthday's in March, and my husband's birthday is in September. And I already have patterns for all of them picked out, so I'll just have to get them kitted up. And I think that's it for my plans for right now. So I am hoping to find out about maybe some other sales that'll be starting up in 2025. I would like to get involved in another sale. Oh, and one other thing, I did sign up already. It's through Stitchingly. They had a sale sign up, which was, I don't know, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I think they might have closed the registration to sign up. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that for you. But it is starting in January. So I got to get that kitted up for January. So now what I would like to share with you is something that I made, I think over 2 years ago. I can't remember who the designer was. At the time, I was doing episodes on my YouTube channel when I was, my YouTube channel at that time was called Cloudy Nook Crochet. And I have a fair amount of episodes. If you're ever interested in looking at my older episodes with crochet, they're on this channel too. So this one was fun. I did a crochet advent amigurumi, and every day you had to make a amigurumi, a little amigurumi, and it was very challenging. I tried to keep up and had a new amigurumi made every day, and then it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this project. So I bring it out every Christmas. So before I say anything more about it, I'll give you a look at it. So here you go. Okay, so here is my Christmas cactus tree. Oh my gosh, this was so fun making it. Let me show you some of the little guys up on here. I have a dinosaur on the top, a watermelon, And then over here is a watering can, a potted plant. Oh, and towards the back there, that's a pencil. And then, of course, I was really excited when I saw the shark pattern. Down here is a clock. I got a bird. And then this, I think this was a, oh, that was a purse. So I have a purse there. Up here is a banana and a boat. Down here, oh, that was a taco. Okay, so let me turn the tree and I'll show you what's on the other side. Hopefully the tree won't fall over. Okay. Oh, what was that? Oh, I can't remember what kind of animal that was. And then, gosh, I haven't looked at this tree for a while. Up here, oh, that is a pineapple. I have, oh, here is a flamingo. And I really liked his legs. They were real dangly. And then over here, oh, this is a sloth. And let me turn the tree again. We have a light bulb wearing a bow tie, very fancy. And then I think, oh, this was a Pop-Tart. And then there's that pencil little guy. He's cute. And then we have a avocado. Another kind of animal. Can't remember what kind he was either. Oh, and then a basket full of fries. And I think that's all of them. So every Christmas, I get a kick out of bringing this out. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my, I guess I call it the cactus Christmas tree. And it's kind of appropriate because in about a year or two, I'll be officially moving out of California and moving to the desert in Arizona. So anyway, that is the end of my episode. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for returning, and a special welcome to all you new people that are checking out my channel. It would be great if you could give the video a like. If you liked what you saw, subscribe and leave a comment. Oh, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're informed of my other episodes that come out. My plan for my channel right now is to have an episode come out every 2 weeks. So my next one will come out after Christmas. So Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and friends and that you are truly blessed. All right, bye for now until we meet again.